Could you briefly walk us through, what some of the pivotal moments were for it as a business?
Um, let's see. There were so many. I guess one is obviously the launch. I think the next one was when we figured out what the right ad product was going to be. So we had a lot of traffic. We had 10, 15 million uniques. We then added listings. By the way, people forget this. There were no listings on Zillow of homes for sale for the first 2 years. '06 to '08, no listings. Just estimates, evaluations, bed, bath square footage, prior sale history, just publicly available data plus this estimate, no listings. So we got to the fourth or fifth most visited real estate site, and then we added listings in the financial crisis in '08. So that was an inflection point. And then the next one was when we figured out how to make money. So we had all these different ad products that we were messing around with, display ad, a lead gen ad, et cetera. And the company really took off once we pivoted to mobile. And we pivoted to mobile. I still remember, actually, I don't remember the year. It was probably 2011, maybe. But I remember sitting at my computer watching Steve Jobs demo at WWDC demo. The iPhone had been out for about 6 months, but he demoed the App Store. And he said, in about 6 months, we're going to add apps to this iPhone that, nobody had yet. And at the time, the iPhone only had Apple apps. It had mail, stocks, weather, and that was basically it. It had no apps. And I remember I stood up from my desk. I ran to my co-founder's desk, 15 feet away. I said, we have to pivot the whole company to mobile. Like real estate shopping is the ultimate mobile experience. It's when you're driving around untethered from your desk, looking at homes in the field that you want Zillow in the power of your hand. We should pivot to mobile. And he's like, yeah, I agree. And so by the end of the week, we had changed the name of the company literally from Zillow.com to Zillow. Like literally, like everywhere officially, and then everywhere it's email address and blah, blah, blah. By the end of the week, I had declared that if I was in any product meeting or any meeting of any kind and anyone showed me desktop screenshots before mobile screenshots, I would get up and walk out of the room and the meeting would be over. I only had to do that twice. And after the second time, everyone got the message and they realized that we were a mobile first company. And within like a month, we had pivoted like everything to mobile. And then, to show you the dividends that it paid, when the iPad launched a year or two later, Apple reached out to us 6 months ahead of time and asked us to build the first real estate iPad app in secret. We had one iPad in a windowless room, locked, and only 6 people. Actually, I didn't see it. This is actually an interesting story. We only had, I think it was 6 or maybe 4 like named people that were allowed to see the iPad and work on building the first iPad app. And I was like, well, don't bother with me. I don't write code. Like, I'm the CEO, but like, I don't even want to be on the, one of the 4. If we only have 4, we should choose them wisely. So I never even saw the iPad for those 6 months. I knew it was in the room, but I couldn't see it. And there were no windows in the room. It was in like a utility closet, basically where those 4 engineers just went in there every day and then like buzzed in and out of it. Anyway, so we pivoted the company to mobile. That was instrumental. The next one was the ad product. So when we figured out that the mobile app product where you can connect to a real estate agent by text or voice, that worked, and how to sell that. And then we shifted to an auction model. Like all of a sudden the monetization took off and it became really valuable. And then I guess another milestone was buying Trulia, which was a main competitor. And then we did 17 acquisitions over the next 5 or 10 years. So anyway, those are a couple important milestones.